What's up, Triple Sleevers? Winning Image here today. I'll bring you guys a deck profile on Nirvana using the set 3 support. So this is a really cool deck out of set 3 that TripleSleeveTCG was kind enough to send me the cards for to help upgrade this and make an amazing deck profile for you. So this is just the deck I've been working with, and without further ado, I can't wait to show you guys what I got. So starting off, we have our basic Nirvana ride line. We have the Chakrabarthi Divine Dragon Nirvana, the Blaze Maiden Ryu, Blaze Maiden Renu, and the Sunrise Egg. So I like this ride line a lot more than using Trickstar as the starter because the draw is so impactful for the deck. Now, there's builds running around that use like the draw order. This is not one of those builds, and I think that deck gets a lot better going forward. But for right now, for consistency's sake, because you really focus on the Nirvana Chakrabarthi name, Chakrabarthi Divine Dragon Nirvana, it's important to play like the Nirvana ride line. Now, the deck gets a lot more versatile going forward, but because of that reason, we just stick to this ride line. Next, onto grade 3s, we of course have starting off our first 3 Persona ride targets, the Nirvana. Being able to call the Trickstar from the drop zone is something really nice. I find myself doing this skill a lot more because 1, you have the hand, and 2, it just helps push damage early on if you need a booster. So that's why I like this card a lot. And of course, being able to give 10k to all Overdress, you have to figure out proper timing when to use it, or if you have other value in other counterblasts, in cards such as Vairina Exspecta, which we play 3 of. This is the newest card out of set 3. You have to overdress this card on top of a card in the overdress state. So basically, if you have an Valiente on top of a Valiente, on top of a Urger, on top of a Vairina Arcs, or a regular Vairina. And then it gets the original power of all of the units under it. So this is known as the original dress. So it could reach like 60k pretty easily. And then its skill is, when it attacks a Vanguard, and its grade 3 or greater, if this unit's in the overdress state, you can counterblast 1, it gets plus 15k and 1 critical. And at the end of the battle, put all of this unit's original dress, so all the cards under it, into the drop zone. So it's kind of like your one-shot kill kind of card, which I really like in this deck. If you time it correctly, your opponent's going to have a hard time guarding because they've already PG'd your Nirvana or saved the PG for this. And especially in like turn 6 and beyond, they're just going to have a hard time guarding if they're not playing one of those tempo-based decks like Bruce, for example. Then of course we have 4 of, I still think, the best card in the deck, Vairina Urger. Being able to multi-attack, get your resources back at the cost of Soul Blast 2 at the end of the battle that your Trickstar attacked a Vanguard. If your Vanguard is Chakrabarthi Divine Dragon Nirvana specifically, you could Soul Blast 2 and overdress this card on Trickstar stand and countercharge 1. And then if it's in the overdress state, it gets 10k power and 10k shield. So just matching the shield value of a trigger. It's really nice 1 card intercept too if you're in dire situation, or a rush card if you want to overdress it early and get your opponent to high damage fast. Which this deck unironically benefits from rushing, so something to keep in mind. And then next we have 4 Pot of Greed cards, Vairina Arcs, counterblast 1 when it's overdressed, draw 2 cards. It's really good, and it gets plus 5k. Just keep that in mind. And then we have 2 Vairina. Vairina is really nice. Of course, you search it off the ride line. So we play 2 just to make sure that we could always see it. And then what's it called? And if you damage check 1, you still have the 1 to go back on. And of course, it's another overdress unit. So it's really nice. And if you're going against like Bruce and you don't want them to draw, if you're going first, you could overdress the Vairina, Soul Blast 2, and then retire their back row booster if it's their starter, and force them to call something else potentially if they want to get the draw turn 2. So that's it for our grade 2s, pretty simple. And then next we have 4 of this really good card out of set 3 that I really like, Blaze Maiden Jimena. So counterblast 1 when it's placed on rearguard, look at the top 7 cards of your deck, reveal to 1 card with the overdress ability among them, put it in your hand, shuffle your deck. So this essentially gets you like any of these cards. You have 3, 7, 11, 13 targets that you could grab, which is really good odds. And of course, like, it's just basically a break even because you play this card to get another card back. So your hand gets more full, I guess. Or if you get arcs, you could do some cool shenanigans if you have 2 counterblasts. Or if you get an Exspecta when you need it, it's really good to kind of close out the game late game. So I really like this card a lot. It's just a really good search card. And another card to help you maintain your resources, we still run the Stealth Dragon Toga Shirasi. When discard from your hand during your turn, you can put it into your soul. So for your ride deck, for your Trickstar Nirvana, lots of good stuff to go around with this card, and just gets you another extension. So like, if you use your Vairina early, this card helps you get Soul for Urger later on. And then we have our 4 PGs. Nothing more to say other than these are kind of expensive now. 4 Trickstar, gotta draw into it, gotta see them, gotta do whatever you can to get as many Trickstar as you can. I already went over the ride deck explanation. I think the draw is still really good right now, but definitely going forward in set 4, you want to play this card as the starter. And then of course we have our Over Trigger, really good. And then another card that helps us build souls, this critical trigger right here. Burning Flail Dragon. So at the end of the battle that it boosted, you can put this unit into your soul, choose one of your units that gets plus 2k power until the end of turn. So this helps put cards over the edge, which is what I really like about this card. Okay, so let's say you use your Exspecta and your Jimena is boosting it. That's a 21k column, so that's a 10k guard. But if you use this, send it to soul, it becomes a 23k column, making it so they have to drop a 15k to properly defend that attack. Full 15. Then we have Blaze Maiden Zone, standard Blaze Maiden critical, it looks cool. And then next we have Blaze Maiden Parma, front trigger, 20k shield, nice 1-card guard. And then of course 4 heals. So that's it for this deck profile on Chakra, Barthi, Divine Dragon, Nirvana, Overdress set 3. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, and what you guys think of that draw build that I think is really interesting that I want to get to testing. So without further ado, thank you all for watching. Have a great day, and TripleSleeveTCG, thanks to them. We'll see you all next time. Peace.